Hi, welcome to our electromagnetic theory course. In last class, we discussed applications of Gauss law. We covered application number 1, that is electric field intensity due to point charge, and the relationship between D and E proof, that is D equal to epsilon into E proof. And second application is electric field intensity due to infinite line charge, and third application is electric field intensity due to infinite seat of charge. Now coming to the fourth application, that is application number 4, electric field intensity due to uniformly charged sphere. Uniformly charged sphere means what? You need to consider a sphere of radius r. Let us consider a sphere of radius r like this. A sphere of radius r, it is a sphere of radius r, okay, and in this case charge is uniformly distributed with the volume charge density rho v. Means what? In this sphere at each and every point the charge is same with uniform charge density, uniform volume charge density rho v. In case of the sphere we can go for what? Volume, okay, volume charge. In this case you need to determine the field, electric field intensity due to uniformly charged sphere. Means what? You need to determine the field at each and every point of the sphere. It is the small sphere, so in this case we have the large sphere, okay. So that means here we can increase the size of the sphere. That means we may have small sphere or large sphere, okay. So you need to determine this. Suppose space a sphere of, okay, a sphere like this, or else a sphere like this, or else a sphere like this, or else a small sphere like this. That means in this case we need to determine what? Electric field intensity inside the sphere for the smaller one, and for the larger one outside the sphere. That means we need to determine the field at each and every point in the sphere, okay. So that's why I consider two cases. First one is this case, that is r is less than or equal to a. I consider a reference radius, okay, r is less than or equal to a. So means what? Here indirectly I constructed what? Two Gaussian surfaces. Actually we have the symmetrical, we need to go, in order to apply Gauss law we need to go for what? Symmetrical charge distribution. For that, to apply that symmetry of the charge distribution we need to construct Gaussian surfaces to apply Gauss law, okay. So here I consider a sphere of radius r and another sphere of radius a. So here radius is a and here radius is r. In this case r is what? R is less than or equal to a. And why I consider equal? I need to determine the field, okay. Here I consider a reference radius a, okay. For that I consider r is less than or equal to a, and for this case I consider r is greater than or equal to a. R is greater than or equal to a. So it is our a, okay, reference radius, and another one. So this is large sphere. In this case we have what? R is greater than or equal to a. Means what? If I determine field for this case and this case, means what? I can determine field inside the sphere and outside the sphere. That means suppose if I consider a small sphere or large sphere, it can be valid. Small sphere like this and large sphere like this. If I consider cases like this, r is less than or equal to a means inside, and r is greater than or equal to a means outside the sphere, okay. So that's why we need to consider two cases. So this is what? A case 1. It is, let us take, this is case 1 and this is nothing but what? Case 2, okay. Now what is Gauss law? What is Gauss law? In order to determine the field at each and every point of the sphere, that means inside the sphere, outside the sphere, because uniformly charged sphere may be larger one or smaller one. So that's why we need to consider cases like this, that is case 1 and this is case 2, okay. Or else let us take Roman number 1 here, Roman number 1, Roman number 2 here, Roman number 2, that is case 2, okay. What is Gauss law? What is Gauss law? From Gauss law, we know that psi t equal to what? Psi t is q enclosed. Psi t is q enclosed. Here we consider a charge with uniform charge density, volume charge with volume charge density. Charge is distributed uniformly throughout the sphere with a volume charge density rho v. What about the unit of rho v? That is charge per unit volume, that is q by v, means the units of this one is what? Coulombs per meter cube. Here C stands for coulombs per meter cube. Please remember that one. Psi t equal to q enclosed. Now let us represent this flux in terms of the flux density. That is what? Integral d dot ds, and q enclosed, that is nothing but what? Q enclosed. So here you need to go for what? Volume charge density, that is integral rho v dv. Rho v dv. Let us go for this case, that is first case. Okay. So here I will write that case number. What is that? R is less than or equal to A. Psi t is q enclosed. From Gauss law, we know that. From Gauss law, we know that. What is that? Psi t equal to q enclosed. Psi t is equal to q enclosed. Now psi t can be written as what? Integral d dot ds. What about q enclosed? That is integral rho v dv. As it is, rho v is what? Uniform volume charge density, that is rho v. Okay. Integral dv. So this can be written as what? Here in this case, you need to apply what? Here spherical coordinate system. Symmetry depends upon what? R only. So that's why you need to take this one like this, that is d component. D should be along a r direction. So that's why d can be taken as what? Dr ar, and differential surface area normal to r. Differential surface area normal to r, that is what? Integral ds. Integral ds. Okay. Now here rho v dv, integral dv, rho v integral dv. This integration differentiation cancelled. We will get what? Volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is nothing but what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. But here you need to take what? You can take radius as r or a. Okay. But in this case, we need to consider what? Q enclosed. Q enclosed means what? It should be 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. So that's why you will get what here? So that is dr into here. Basically, this can be written like this. That is integral d r. It should be d is constant, dr ar basically. Differential surface area normal to r. Here integration, this differentiation cancelled out, or else I will write one more step here. That is integral ds r, ds suffix r. So this integration differentiation cancelled out. Surface area normal to r. Except r you need to multiply, or else this integration differentiation cancelled out. We know that what? So that is surface area of the sphere is nothing but what? 4 pi r square. Okay, I will explain this one like this, and we need to go for this case too. I will explain this case too later. Let us consider this one. What is that? Dr, or else I will explain this one like this. That is, you need to consider on left hand side, we need to focus this one, that is integral d dot ds. So d should be taken as what? D should be, for symmetry of charge distribution, d should be along r direction. Differential surface area normal to r is nothing but what? Except r, we need to multiply the remaining two. So what are the elements in the spherical coordinate system? R, theta, phi. Except r, for r we have the differential element dr. For theta, r d theta. For phi, r sin theta d phi. Okay, r sin theta d phi. Except to r, we need to multiply the remaining two. What are the remaining two? R d theta, r sin theta d pi. R d theta, r sin theta d pi. So that is r d theta into r sin theta into d pi. So then we have what? R into r, that is r square. Sin theta, let us write first theta component, later pi component. Sin theta into d theta, and another one is what? D pi. Okay, so this is dsr. Now this integral d dot ds can be written as what? That is integral dr ar, integral dr ar. Okay, of course we consider the, okay, no need to go for like, okay, we can write like this, dr ar, differential surface area normal to r. So differential surface area normal to r, we have to take this one, ds should be taken as what? Let us take like this, that is ds should be taken as what? Differential surface area normal to r, because field component is along r direction. So that's why surface area is normal to this one. So surface area normal to r means what? Except to r we need to multiply the remaining two. Okay, along theta differential element is what? R d theta. Theta is the angle made by r, and the differential element along phi direction is what? R sin theta d pi. So this pi is angle made by the projected component r sin theta. Already we discussed in the topic, that is differential elements along unit vectors and their importance. Please watch that video. Okay, if you have any doubt, please watch that video. So here dr ar, and this is r square sin theta, r square sin theta d pi into ar. This ar indicates what? Differential surface area. This differential surface area is normal to r. Okay, this is what? Differential surface area normal to r. This ar indicates what? This area, this differential surface area is normal to r. Differential surface area is normal to r. Now this dr means magnitude along r direction, means it is constant. Ar dot ar is 1, and integration with respect to theta and pi only. So that's why dr is constant and r square is also constant. We can write this dr r square outside of the integration. It is surface integral means double integral. Double integral, integration with respect to theta and pi. Let us go for what? Integration with respect to theta is sin theta d theta. Now let us apply theta limits. We know that theta is varied from 0 to pi, and d pi. So that is d pi is what? Pi is varied from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, if you simplify this one, you will get what? Dr into this one gives 2, and this one gives 2 pi, and here you have r square, that can be written as 4 pi r square. So which is equivalent to what? This one only. Or else simply here we can write dr. Okay, d is along r direction, so that's why d can be taken as what? Dr a r, dr a r, d can be taken as what? Since reason is what? D can be taken as along r direction, that is dr a r. So dr is magnitude, so that is constant, that's why it is written outside of the integration. Here integration differentiation cancel out. This s represents what? Surface area normal to r. So surface area of the sphere is nothing but what? 4 pi r square. We can remember like that. Surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and surface area of the volume of the sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Please remember this. Area is, surface area is, s is 4 by 3 pi r square, sorry, 4 pi r square, surface area of the sphere, and volume of the sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. Please remember these things. So just I applied that thing only. Okay, you have to remember this one. But here there is a difference for the second case, but there is no difference in the this one. On left hand side there is no difference if you go for the second case. Why? Because here if you want to apply the Gauss law, you have what? Psi t equal to q enclosed. You require the charge enclosed. Enclosed means what? Here the enclosed region is what? This one. The smaller one is enclosed by the larger one. So this sphere of radius r is enclosed by the larger one. So that's why here we consider on this side 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. So if I go for the second case, in that case there is no change in LHS. That means that is psi t, total flux through a closed surface is same, that is dr equal to 4 pi r square, but there is a difference in what? This one. Instead of this you got what? Rho v into 4 by 3 pi a cube. Why? It is r is less than or equal to a, and if you go for r is greater than or equal to a, means what? The larger sphere is of radius r and smaller sphere is of radius a. So that's why we need to go for enclosed charge. So that's why enclosed charge. Please remember this one. Psi t equal to q enclosed. So that's why we need to go for what? This 4 by 3 pi a cube instead of r here. Okay. Please remember this point. Then it is easy. Okay. Dr equal to 4 pi r square. Okay. please remember on psi t equal to integral d dot ds. If I simplify this one, dr 4 pi r square for the case 1 and case 2 also. So now go for this case 1 only. Okay, our discussion is limited to this case 1. We will discuss that case 2 later. So what about our next step? In next step we can write this one like this, that is what, dr 4 pi r square can be written as what, dr 4 pi r square. Okay, or else I will write that step again here, dr 4 pi r square. It also implies dr 4 pi r square rho v into 4 by 3 pi r cube, rho v into 4 by 3 pi r cube. This r square and this cube cancelled out, this 4 and this 4 pi cancelled out. Remaining part is what, we can write dr as what, rho v by 3 into r, rho v by 3 into r. Now we consider d as what, dr ar, therefore d equal to what, dr ar, that is nothing but what, d equal to what, dr ar. Dr is this one, rho v by 3 into r, ar, don't cancel this one and this one, okay na. So this is what, ar is the unit vector along r direction, rho v by 3 r, ar. So this is the d. Okay, this is about d. What about e? From this we can write e equal to what, d by epsilon naught. We can write that one, rho v by 3, this is d, d bar by epsilon naught, e bar equal to, therefore e bar equal to d bar by epsilon naught. Then we can write that one as what, rho v by 3 epsilon naught r into ar. This is the electric field intensity due to, this is equation A and this is equation B. Equation B indicates what, electric field intensity due to uniformly charged sphere if r is less than or equal to a. But we need to determine what, we need to consider another case. What is that? Case 2. What is case 2? R is greater than or equal to a, r is greater than or equal to a. So in that case it is changed as what, r, and this one is changed as what, a, r is greater than or equal to a. Now tell me, what about the enclosed region? This black one is enclosed region. Okay, where you have the change from Gauss law, we have psi t equal to q enclosed, so psi can be written as what, integral d dot ds, and q can be written as what, integral rho v dv. Now we can write this one like this, that is d should be taken as, in order to apply the Gauss law, d should be taken as what, d should be taken along r direction. So that's why dr ar. So d can be written outside of the integration, d is along r direction, and differential surface area normal to r, that is integral dsr, integration differentiation cancel out, surface area normal to r is what, 4 pi r square. Okay, there is no difference on LHS. Okay, it is same as the previous case, that is case 1. Coming to the second case, now tell me, what about the enclosed region? Enclosed region is this one. Okay, what about the radius of the sphere? In this case, the enclosed sphere, that is a. So that's why in this case you need to take this one as what, 4 by 3 pi a cube. Here dr 4 pi r square on left hand side, on right hand side it should be what, 4 by 3 pi a cube. So it is 4 pi r square, no cancellation. Now this can be changed to like this, that is dr, it is for case 1, remember it is for case 1, these equations are for what, case 1. Now coming to case 2, dr equal to what, this 4 by 3 pi a cube. So this 4 pi cancelled out, dr equal to what, now tell me, rho v, uniform volume charge density, rho v by 3 r square, 3r square into a cube, then d equal to what, it implies d equal to what, for the case 1 we got like this expressions, therefore it implies d equal to what, dr ar. I will write that expression here, So it is for case 1, please remember it is for case 1. For the case 2, I will write this expression here, that is case 2. What about the diagram? R is greater than or equal to A, R is greater than or equal to A. So R should be R is greater than or equal to A, means this one is A and this is what? R, this is R and this one is A. Okay, enclosed region is this one. Okay, please move to here. Okay, this step I will write this step here. It is case 1. Case 1 is blue one, and coming to the case 2, what is case 2? Here I consider that enclosed volume, charge is enclosed by the volume. So volume of the sphere with radius what? A. Okay, enclosed sphere is what? This one only, this black one. Okay, so that's why dr equal to what? Dr equal to d equal to, I will write this one, that is therefore d equal to what? Dr AR. What is Dr AR? Already you have Dr. What is Dr? Rho v by 3 r square, rho v by 3 r square into a cube, into a cube, a cube, and E equal to what? Into a cube into AR, into AR. This is Dr. Okay, now therefore E equal to what? And we can write E as what? D by epsilon naught, d by epsilon naught. This is d bar. Let us say it is equation C. Now coming to equation, okay, this one, that is d bar by rho v by 3 epsilon naught r square into a cube into AR. This is about E. Let us say it is equation D. Okay, it is case for what? That is case 2. Case 2, R is greater than or equal to A. Case 2, what is case 2? R is greater than or equal to A. Now we will draw one diagram for this case. It is R is greater than or equal to A, and this is what? This is the case 1. This is what? Case 1. For case 1 we have expressions. Let us take case 1. Okay, for the case 1 we have what? Expression like this. What is case 1? R is less than or equal to A. Now we can draw, graphically we can draw, if R changes, let us take R on x axis and D on y axis. Initially what about the D value? R is less than or equal to A. Okay, suppose let us say R equal to 0. If I put R equal to 0, this one, okay, here I need to put R is 0. So in that case it becomes 0, or else I can put R is, okay, here R is less than A. So let us say A value here, some reference point A here, R is less than A. So if R equal to 0, so I need to go for this one only, 0 is less than A. So that's why here it is 0. And if R increases up to R equal to A, it is linearly increases. This relationship is what? Linearly increased. Rho v is constant, this 3 is constant. That means D is directly proportional to R, means it is linearly increased up to R is equal to A. And next, after this, if R increases, if R is greater than A, means behind R, behind A, it becomes what? It decreases, because R is in the denominator. R is it is the case for what? R is greater than or equal to this one. R is greater than or equal to A. R is greater than or equal to A. This is the case for R is greater than or equal to A. R is less than A. Means here R is in the denominator. Means what? If R increases, the D decreases. So decreases like this. Okay. If R becomes infinity, in that case it reaches the 0 at infinite distance. So that's why we can draw like this. It is what? D. Okay. This is our R along x axis, along y axis D. And what about the magnitude at R is equal to A? R equal to A means here I need to put R equal to A. In that case here, okay, sorry, not here, this is the expression for A. If I put R equal to A, R equal to A means what? A cube by A, that gives what? Rho v by 3 into A. In this case at R equal to A, we got D as what? R equal to A, put R equal to A, rho v by, this is R, A square, R equal to A means A square, A cube by A square gives what? Rho v by 3 into A, rho v by 3 into A for this case. And what about this case? If I put R equal to A, in this case at R equal to A, rho v by 3 into A AR. Magnitude is rho v by 3 into A. Here also rho v by 3 into A R. This is the unit vector along R direction. Rho v by 3 into A. That means magnitudes are equal. At R equal to A, this is case of what? R equal to A. The magnitude of D equal to what? Rho v by 3 into A. That means if R is less than or equal to A, if R is less than or equal to A, if R is less than or equal to A, this expression is valid. If R is greater than or equal to A, this expression is valid for a D. From that D, we can find that E also. Okay. Coming to today's class, what we discussed in this video, we consider two cases. One is R is less than or equal to A. Okay, we consider two cases. One is R is less than or equal to A, and another one is R is greater than A. So R is greater than A case is this one, that is case 2. R is less than or equal to A means this case. This is A and this is R. Enclosed region for this one is what? This is R is less than or equal to A. That is case 1. Okay, for that we derived D and E like this, and if R is greater than or equal to R is greater than or equal to A, we derived D as like this, D and E as like this. That means what? Here R is less than or equal to A means what? Inside the sphere. R is greater than or equal to A means what? Outside the sphere. That means we can determine the field at each and every point on the sphere. Okay. So this is all about today's class. We will meet in next class. This is the application number 4 of Gauss law. Okay. Thank you.